Reduction Act, Anthony. This thing looks like a pile of shit.
It's the Green New Deal.
Yeah.
And they just changed the name and kept all the stuff. Like all the worst parts of the Green New Deal, too. So I'm just going to go down a list of the worst parts of this.
Please do. Can we start with the 87,000 IRS? Is
that's at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
That's at the top of mine.
It's the worst thing, but I'm not doing it in order of worstness.
Okay.
Like I'm going to hit the energy stuff.
I didn't know if it was like college football, where we start with 25 and go to 1, you know?
Yeah. So $6.5 billion natural gas tax. Why is this stupid? The reason our energy prices haven't gone completely insane like they have in Northern Europe, especially in Germany, where they were completely dependent on natural gas from Russia. They shut down. They had 6 nuclear power plants left in 2020. They shut down 3 of them. And they're planning on shutting down the other 3 by the end of this year. I don't know if they'll be able to because of the Russia situation. But what they did was put their fucking dick and balls in Russia's mouth and just waited for them to bite. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Not a great idea. So if you recall, Biden's tax pledge during his campaign and then even afterwards was that nobody under $400,000 annual salary would be affected by any of his tax plan. Now, natural gas is used by the vast majority of this country for energy, including all of us, right? So it affects literally everybody. And experts say this is going to create a 17% increase in natural gas costs for families.
Great.
In the middle of a fucking record high inflation and a recession and an energy crisis. Cool?
Yeah.
Like our grid can barely handle, the electrical grid can barely handle what's going on now, and now he's going to attack natural gas as well.
What's the worst that can happen?
So if you're in Texas, you're pretty fucked.
The most of the electrical grid in Texas is natural gas.
Yeah.
Or it's
That's what I'm saying.
Is it
like
really?
We're completely fucked here.
Yeah,
Great.
that's why it went out last year in the freeze or whatever. The natural
The
gas
pipes weren't insulated. Like
Yeah.
they gave them like billions of dollars and 10 years to do it, and they didn't do anything.
Awesome. Awesome.
There we go.
Yeah.
12 billion crude oil tax. So gas has been pretty cheap. This shouldn't hurt anybody. Of course, all of this is going to be. We hooked ourselves on Russian oil for some reason because we wouldn't sign new drill leases or produce oil in America.
It would fuck up the climate, Dan.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work like that. Like the climate, it's not fucking Pigpen from Peanuts where the climate is just over our head. It's the entire goddamn world, just to be clear. This is obviously going to be passed on to consumers as well. If you think for any amount of time that oil and gas companies are going to take the hit and not pass it on to you, you're living in a fucking fantasy.
Oh,
world.
yeah. Yeah. The rich are going to stay rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1.2